Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to historic Jinx Simmons Fieldhouse, where tonight the Lady Indians, in their second game in 2 days, take on the Lady Blue Jays of Guthrie. We're in the waning seconds of the warm-up period. We're going to do the moment of silence, the national anthem, and then we're going to play a little basketball tonight. So if you're a Blue Jay fan, we welcome you. Thank you for joining us. And if you're one of our El Reno regulars, as always, we are very, very glad you tuned in to join us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Jinx Simmons Fieldhouse. This is the home of your El Reno Lady Indians. As is our custom here at Jinx Simmons Fieldhouse, I'd like you to ask.
We're going to pause for a moment of silence, and we ask that you join us and do the same.
Participating in tonight's contest, and please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem. Thank you.
Outstanding performance by I believe that was Halen Nees of the El Reno Spirit Squad. So multifaceted talent.
Ready for some basketball.
This is the second time these two have met this year.
Some basketball.
The El Reno student section is out in force tonight, and we thank them for their appearance. Starting for Guthrie, Angel Murillo, wearing number 3.
Number 14, Myra Beckman.
Myra Beckman, I believe, or Deckman.
21, Ania Morgan.
21 is Ania Morgan.
Number 31, Kyra Wheeler.
31 is Kyra Wheeler.
And number 44, McKenna Gatson.
And rounding out the starting 5 for the Lady Blue Jays, McKenna Jackson wearing 41. The tall 6-footer, we saw her at Guthrie. And starting for the Lady Indians.
And now, your El Reno Lady Indians.
The senior, number 0, Janae Blackharmon. The 5-on-5 all-time scoring leader, number 2, Ashlyn Evans Thompson, looks to continue her scoring lead. The defensive specialist, Leslie Valdez.
The Velociraptor.
The Velociraptor, as the great Kurt Parker has named her. 21, the younger Blackharmon Pauline, and the lone non-senior in the starting lineup. And number 23, Titana Woods of Woods Black Owl, the floor general. El Reno comes into this contest ranked number 3 in 5A, has a record of 15-3. Carl Albert sits atop the 5A rankings. We have common opponents.
And I came up with a better nickname than the Mosquito for Titana.
I'm sure she'll appreciate that.
She is the mongoose.
Oh, there you go.
She doesn't care how big the opponent is. She feels like that her quickness can take them down.
Absolutely. And as always, my name's Zach Morgan. I'm voice of the Indians and the Lady Indians. And to my right tonight, the great Kurt Parker. He brings the brains and the analysis to my incoherent jabbering. And we thank Kurt. I am the video director for El Reno Public Schools, so this is part of my duties and obligations to the district, although I enjoy every minute of it. Kurt doesn't get paid a nickel. He just shows up because he likes the game of basketball, and we thank him for joining us as often as he can. 50-50 ball, and that's going to be won by Ashland. Great job by, and they're going to get a jump ball. Ball's going to go right back over. So a little bit discombobulated to start. Started off a little bit strange, but no harm, no foul there.
Lots of bodies on the floor.
Yeah.
I like that. That shows that they're ready, that tenacity is there, and they're not afraid of the moment.
And as plays into the hands of the defensive specialist, Leslie Valdez, every time there's a loose ball, you can find her close, and she was the other of the contestants, combatants, if you will, trying for that loose ball. And Pauline sends that one right back, So 2 blocks
Excellent
early for Pauline.
Job by Pauline. Timed it well.
Ashland in traffic, can't get it to fall.
Finish.
Gets her own board, though.
Yes.
Janae tees that one up from long, can't get it to fall. Batted around.
Yeah, I definitely like. There you go, Velociraptor.
Get in the front court. Nah, she didn't make it. Good call. She didn't make it.
Yeah.
And I understand that the coaches, they're going to argue their position, but you don't see them up out of their seats arguing with a lot of gusto. That's a good call.
Actually, Coach Douglas just has a smile on her face, and she hasn't even taken a step forward.
No, and that's that kind of play that you didn't get the outcome you wanted there, but late in the game,
yes,
you try to keep yourself in position to make those plays. And that's a 3-inch difference between making it and not making it.
That's right.
And that's something that'll get better as she matures. Long 3 coming up by Guthrie. They get it to fall. Guthrie on the board early, 3-0. And the Guthrie shooter shied from contact there, Kurt. She shot that clean.
Correct.
And El Reno, I think, avoided the old-fashioned 3-point and one there.
Yes.
That shooter, great take on the left by Titana over traffic. Can't get it to fall. Pauline grabs it, and they're going to call it a jump ball. But it's going to be in favor of the Indians.
And that was a good call. Pauline was kind of off balance when she came down with it. She was falling backwards, and therefore the ball came down low.
Absolutely, and a great post up by Pauline, can't get it to fall. Good shooting night for the young lady last night, but not starting off strong in the the 4th held ball early in this game. El Reno got the tip, then a held ball, so now the 3rd held ball of the game, and we're
correct.
El Reno trails by 3, and we are 90 seconds into it. I know you guys like the scoreboard camera, but again, we are down a man due to illness. He's our technical guru. In his absence, the whole operation's held together by duct tape and baling wire.
Yes.
Every time we show up, I've got a different piece of equipment in tow, trying to solve one problem or another.
Correct.
Offensive rebound given up there. Guthrie's going to tee it up again. Good cover on the edge by Pauline.
Yes. I was just getting ready to say
she's got both feet.
Line.
She's got both feet inside the 3-point line, and she's going to make her. If you're going to shoot it, I'm going to make you make a couple before we go.
Correct.
Before we go honor that. The tall 6'2 shooter can't get it to fall, but Janae gets it. She's going to lead the break. Ashland running wide right. That's going to go as an interrupted dribble, and Pauline scores. Yeah.
That is a great job by Janae. She concentrated on the ball.
And the Guthrie coach calling for a travel, but the ball just bounced weird, and it got knocked loose, and she regained possession.
Correct.
Guthrie on top, 5-2.
Nice spin move in the lane by number 3.
Yep.
And
Ashland running, takes the lead out pass from Titana, the lefty layup good. El Reno within 1.
That's one thing that we didn't see a whole lot of last night is that transition game.
Good challenge by Ashland.
When we get that transition game, we are a different level team.
El Reno having lots of transition opportunities and quick point baskets
Excellent.
here. And Janae can't get it to fall, but little sister says, I got you, sis. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, and Leslie Valdez right there, with her eye on the target. They had no idea she was there, and bam.
And I'm glad Kurt had that play. I'd looked off to update the score, and Kurt was right on that one. So El Reno secures possession on the back of the turnover. Finds Ashland. Ashland drives to the middle with her right, crosses over into her left and off the glass. El Reno on top by 3, 8-5. So now El Reno can press a little bit. If they want to get in that 2-3 zone they've been working on, now they've got the kind of lead to do it. Good pressure from the backside. Titana, don't know if she's going to score a block or at the very least a challenge. Ashland up and under and off the glass.
Nice job.
Ashland,
I could tell that Coach
Leslie
Douglas
gets the steal again. Can't get it to fall.
I could tell that Coach Douglas has challenged these young ladies to get up and down the floor tonight.
Oh, and they're going to get Pauline for a foul.
And we did not do that well last night until the fourth quarter. That being said, we were in foul trouble, early foul trouble.
And I see Pauline trying to challenge that shot. She's got 2 blocks on the night already.
Correct.
But that far away on a three-point shooter, just close out.
Yes.
Chop the feet, keep the hips back over, keep your hips back, your back square. Get the shooting side hand up.
That's right.
Don't run at her.
That's
First
right.
free throw up and good. That one up and in. I'm trying to get logged back into our scoring software here, folks. Two for 3, the Blue Jays. Called them the Bluebirds. The Blue Jays go. El Reno on top, 10-7.
We have Najoni in for Leslie.
Yep.
Much deserved rest for Leslie. I think she's been on every single play since the game started.
Yeah, and a great advocating by the Guthrie coach there.
Yes.
But didn't get the call. He tapped the official on the backside, said, you know what, you're right, but I got to do my job too. And Pauline's going to draw the foul. She'll shoot 2. They're going to charge that foul to 31.
Any young player out there that plays post, when you have got a guard that is driving hard and people are kind of disheveled trying to guard her, follow that shot just like Pauline has done twice. The first time she got a putback, and this time she cashed in on the free throws. So great job by Pauline.
1 for 1, the sophomore goes early in the contest. El Reno leads 11-7, 4:02 to play in the first. And 2 for 2 she goes. El Reno back on top by 5, 12-7.
Zach, unofficially, Pauline already has 4 rebounds and 2 blocks in this game early in the contest.
That's going to be a deflected ball, a kicked ball by Titana. And that's a stat that only matters to coaches and basketball nerds, or as they used to call us, cagers, dating way back to the earliest days of competitive basketball, where it was literally played in a cage.
Yes.
3:45 on the clock in the first. El Reno leads 12-7.
Good challenge.
Yep, Ashland, great rotation, forces the air ball. Najoni does a good job of reading where that ball's coming back inbounds. Titana quickly into the front court, finds a slashing Pauline. Hesitation, gets the glass.
Excellent hesitation by Pauline right there.
That was just as
the pressure coming.
Yep, that was just as effective as a shot fake. She just looked at it, didn't even throw the shot fake, just looked and paused, let the shot blocker come past her, fly past her. Easy layup off the glass with the right hand.
I must have heard you earlier, Zach. You were saying that she was struggling to score, and she scored 6 straight now.
Yeah, she heard me, and she said, we're not going to let that go. That Blue Jay 2-point basket, good. El Reno leads 14-9. Ashland harasses, she breaks the press, and off the glass with the left hand.
Okay, that was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, we've got Paige at the table ready to check in. I reckon she's going to come in for one of the Black Harmons, who have given great minutes so far. Yes. Yep, good call there. Last touch by Pauline. And Janae's been quiet on the scoreboard the last few games, but really good games defensively.
Yes.
And
I want to see Paige exert herself tonight.
Yep. So
she did. She gave us some really good minutes, but she turned down several shots. I want to see her be more aggressive as a scorer.
Yeah, start shooting with confidence.
Yes.
And her first, and that's to your credit yesterday, in an offensive foul. And Titana drew that foul in every sense of the word.
Yeah, that was incredible defense
Yeah,
by
back,
Titana.
back to what you were saying.
The mongoose.
The mongoose. But, back to what you were saying about Paige. Her first look has been to clear it, not go into the basket.
Correct.
To clear it. I'd like her to look to score first.
Yes.
Can I square up and shoot a jump shot? Can I make a post move and shoot a layup? And if I can't, good defense by
hustle.
Guthrie.
Yes.
And then Ashlyn does a good job of staying between her man and the ball to draw the foul.
Yeah.
That's going to be the third team foul on Guthrie. They're going to charge that to 44. 14, a lot of contact against Najoni Sleeper.
Yeah, Najoni did a really good job keeping her balance and not stepping across the half-court line.
Absolutely. Yeah, not a great pass there by Titana.
No, and she knew it the second she threw it.
But it makes me wonder, Kurt, why is Guthrie fronting the high post at the three-point line?
Correct.
There wasn't much. I didn't see any backside help. There may have been somebody rotated a little bit out of position, but there was no just straight-up identifiable backside help there. So I don't know what they were looking for, but
nice
it was,
decision.
they got it. Yes.
Yes.
El Reno answer still on
big
top.
Big difference in this score right now. And last night's score is Titana is not on the bench in self-inflicted foul trouble.
Yep. Good decision by Najoni not to come over the top, and a great job by Janae to get rid of it. And that's a timeout called by Guthrie. That's a good timeout.
By that coach.
She was about to travel.
Yeah.
El Reno had her pinned in the corner.
Yeah, Janae came up grinning like, okay, that was a little embarrassing. But you know what? That was a great rebound.
Yeah, it was a great rebound. She kept the ball in play, and she allowed her teammates to be competitive. It's a 30-second timeout. We're going to stay right here. The clock is a little bit messed up. It shows 37 minutes. The timeout timer is miscalibrated in some capacity. El Reno leads by 7, 18-11 in the first. Coming off the win against the MacArthur Highlanders, and we expect to see that type of physical game again.
Absolutely.
Friday at Carl Albert.
Yes. If you're not doing anything Friday night, ladies and gentlemen, drive over to Carl Albert. There's some very good restaurants in and around the place.
Right.
But it will be two great games because, Zach, I saw the other day that Carl Albert only beat Piedmont girls by 5, and their boys only beat Guthrie by 2.
Yeah.
So it should be a great game at Carl Albert on Friday
Great help by Paige.
Yes.
Wow. And great rotation by Titana.
Yes.
She was a little bit late, but still was able to disrupt that shooter. And we saw that shooter shoot the ball well at home at Guthrie.
Good job by Nevaeh right there looking for our point guard.
She's going to draw the foul.
Point guard.
Yeah, come on out. Join us on Friday at Carl Albert. Head down and go down to Southeast 29th to what I call Restaurant Row. Find you something to eat there. And if you don't know where to go, there's a place down there on the end called Cheddar's.
Yes.
One of my wife's favorites. They've got the honey butter croissants.
Yes, they do.
You can make a meal of those. 1 for 1, the senior point guard from the line on that first opportunity. El Reno leads 19-11, a minute 15 to play in the first. And
I think unofficially that is 7 for Titana.
Make it 8. El Reno leads 20-11 in the first quarter as we near a minute to play. And El Reno likes to get up. Everybody wants to be up big, but El Reno likes a nice lead. Yes. They can press if they want to press. They can drop back and play in this zone look that you're seeing now, this sort of 2-3 zone.
Correct.
2-3 zones help save legs. They help save fouls.
Yes.
And it'll force a team a new look that they maybe haven't scouted. El Reno known for playing very in your shorts, full court man-to-man defense.
Correct.
But also able to play a good zone. And when you've only got a day or two to prepare between contests, that up and in, you can't scout the whole thing. You've got to go, what do you think they're going to play against us?
Correct.
And we're going to scout that and do our best, and then El Reno has enough tools in the bag to give different looks.
Correct.
That's going to go as a turnover. And Najoni seemed surprised that was coming.
I would have been surprised by the pass myself.
Well, and I think Coach Douglas looked at Najoni and said, hey, when she comes that way, you've got to roll over the top, and she's going to look for you to roll and fill.
Correct.
That's the old shell defense, the guard-to-guard interchange.
Correct.
Fill rotate to the vacancy.
Uh-huh.
And if you fill where they came from, they're going to find you. El Reno leads by 7. 10 seconds on the clock. Great ball defense by Najoni to force that shooter to keep bouncing the ball.
I was just getting ready to say, Najoni has picked our defense up the last 3 or 4 ball games.
I haven't been to a practice, but certainly pleased with the reps she's been getting so far. 3.9 on the clock, and it looks like a position substitution here. Good challenge by Page, and then good job by Nevaeh Sage to block that out to stop the easy putback. El Reno up 7. They were up, I think, 9 at one point. Maybe 10. I think they were up 10 at one point. But anyway, at the end of first, up 7. We'll take a break. You're watching Lady Indian Basketball. Be right back.
.com right now for more information.
Team up with Pioneer iVideo and start streaming the most popular TV shows and movies from your favorite devices today. Download the iVideo app and start watching anywhere in your home using Pioneer Internet. Each package includes free high-definition and cloud DVR features like Video on Demand, Restart TV, and Replay TV, just in case you forget to record a program. Visit gopioneer.com for more details and compatible devices. Some restrictions apply.
And we're back to it in the second quarter. El Reno to inbound with the arrow in their favor, and that's going to go down as a Nevaeh Sage turnover. Good challenge by Ashlyn, but she was on an island there, man. She was by herself.
Smart play.
Yeah.
Don't give up.
Avoided the foul.
A silly foul there. Keep yourself in the game.
Great step through, and she's going to draw the foul. Good job. And she put the brakes on hard.
That was very nice.
She went from a near full sprint.
Yes.
And that's anybody can jump stop, but she picked that ball up and stopped in stride, and we generally advise against that because it's so hard to execute, but she did it to perfection.
Correct.
And drew the foul. Nevaeh teased that one up near side corner 3, back iron, no good. 3 black jerseys in there. The lead down to 5. Leslie Valdez has checked back in to start this quarter, and Leslie forces a turnover.
Absolutely. Yes.
On what is really the first true offensive possession. The first possession came on the turnover on the inbound, so.
Correct. Oh, that was a great
job.
Yeah,
and there's been a change. Najoni now throwing it in, Nevaeh down in the front court.
Correct.
And a great rip through and a quick basket attack by Najoni. He's going to be blocked out of bounds.
We can live with that.
Yeah.
Steal our ball, and that was a great attack.
You like the aggressiveness.
Yes.
Teased that one up, can't get it to go. But good block out there by Najoni. She kept that
hustle.
alive. And now the defense is scrambling. You got to take advantage of it here. You let them get set. Hand
Very
check.
smart play
Yeah, but
by
that's going to be the 6th team foul.
Correct. And Zach, while this is going on, we have got Paige and Jalen and Titana resting.
Yes.
Brilliant move by Coach Douglas. We've got a lead. Let's take care of it. Let's get some girls getting some experience.
Oh, a lot of contact with no whistle
there. A lot
there.
of contact. That could have been a serious injury.
Yeah, and it may yet be.
Great job by Leslie.
And Ashlyn's going to get credited for the block. And last touch by the black jersey, so it'll be out of bounds in favor of the Indians.
Excellent team defense.
Pauline, if she comes out and sits very long, she's going to get tight. She's already walking a little bit stiff, which is indicative of tightness in the low back.
Yeah, I don't understand how that is a no call.
I think it was one of those situations where nobody had eyes on it. Count the basket.
Wow.
What a finish.
Wow.
Count the basket.
And if you're the Guthrie coach, you say don't let her shoot it. Well, you didn't. She shot it anyway.
She has basically had 2 people guarding her all night long.
And she knocks that one down, and that's the and one. And the team's a bit confused about the status of the score, but El Reno back on top by 8. So Guthrie went on a run. El Reno weathered and answered with a run of their own.
Yes.
Yeah, you can see Pauline lifting that left leg, trying to stretch that low back and upper hamstring. Yeah. And you wonder how much of that is she doesn't feel like she can move her feet well here.
And you wonder how much is going through her mind. I got a foul for that, and
but I
just got taken out.
Yeah, my eyeballs rolled up in the back of my head down here.
Excellent job by Pauline.
How many people blocked the inbound pass?
Beautiful pass.
Yes. And then
Beautiful.
Najoni finishes it in transition.
Excellent job by Najoni. Concentration. She ran rim to rim.
Yeah. I've seen people steal the
And Nevaeh says, I can get in on this.
Leslie running down to the left. I've seen people steal the inbound pass. I don't think you've seen anybody block it and then get their own steal. Ashland rips it through, shoots 3. Misses it short iron.
Great
and then
ball movement by Our Lady Indians.
Yeah, 5.5 to play. El Reno up 10. And a great job by
closeout.
Was that Nevaeh on the closeout?
Yes,
it was.
It was Nevaeh. What?
I thought we were about to have a visitor, but he's just observing. Into the backcourt, Ashland takes the pass. She'll advance it into the front court to lead the offense. 5.5 to play. El Reno up 10 in the second. Great job by Pauline fighting through contact. Ball loose on the floor. That's going to be a held ball. The arrow in favor of the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I think they're selling completely out on their doubling Ashland, and they're not letting the ball to go to the high post.
Yeah, and they've doubled Ashland, and Ashland still probably
Correct.
got close to 10 at this point.
Correct, and I think the thing that they're doing that is, the reason they're doing that, or their coach is doing that, is that he is clogging up that middle. And because we have backdoored them several times.
Yes.
So now he's saying if it doesn't go to high post, then they're not going to have that option.
Well, Curtin, you know this as well as I do.
Excellent defense.
Yeah,
by
great defense
Leslie.
there. We're late enough in the season. There's a lot of tape out. There's a lot of film. And El Reno, there's been games where they haven't had to show a lot.
Correct.
But then there's been games where they've had to take every wrinkle and twist and every different look they've got to try and stay competitive.
Yes.
And so there's a lot of film out. There's a lot of tape out. And if at home that doesn't mean much, but from a coaching perspective, if you're trying to prepare for them, there's hours of game film on the market now.
Got to finish that. High and soft off the glass.
And you saw Janae kind of smile and shrug. She says, hey, throw it again. I'll get it back next time. And she will. She's got good touch around the back. Great closeout by Titana. She showed to block the shot and then pulled her hands back to stay clear of the hand check foul.
Yeah. Zach, correct me if I'm wrong, but neither Ashland nor Titana have picked up a foul.
No, Ashland drew the charge there. She actually came off an illegal screen on what was sort of a pick and roll, but the roller rolled.
Correct.
The roller sealed but never rolled. Ashland got bounced around, spun under that, and then slid under. I thought she got there a little bit late, but they sent it in favor of the Indians anyway.
Correct.
But an excellent hustle no matter how you look at it.
Yeah, our post girls have got to get big, get wide, and do not let that girl around. It's just like they're going to post up for on the block. So if you're a young player out there, you've got to get big, get wide, and do what we call when we're teaching young people, give us Mickey Mouse ears.
Yep.
Get your hands up high and win a ball.
That foul called against 14, her third, 9th team foul.
And that is huge for them.
Titana will shoot the 1-and-1 bonus free throw. First free throw up and good. El Reno on top by 11, 26-15. And what you heard there so Titana threw it in, threw the overhead pass into coverage there, and then Drew ended up getting the foul out of it. And you heard Coach Douglas yell T. She gave the universal coaching indicator for fake the high pass and throw the bounce pass.
Correct.
Their hands are up, and you hear coaches all the time say, get your hands up, and it should be get your hands out.
Yeah.
If they're going to throw it over the top, you put your hands up. If they're going to bounce pass, put their hands out. But if Guthrie's got their hands up, pump fake, get those hands up, and then bounce it right underneath it to that high post look to run your offense.
And our post players have got to take up space when they're receiving a ball, and they have to not necessarily move to the ball, but they've got to make themselves big and wide and not let the opposing player around them. Great rebound by Ashland.
And she finds Titana. Go shoot a layup.
Nice transition
and
by the Lady
foul.
Indians. Yep. That was textbook, Zach.
It was.
Anybody that's watching, especially young players, when you get a rebound and if you're a point, you get out wide and let them get the ball to you, and that was perfect transitioning by Ashland and Titana.
She gets the first one to fall. It's a two-shot foul by virtue of the double bonus, the 10th team foul, the second personal foul on number 21.
Okay, Zach, I always say that if a really good player goes to the bench in foul trouble, it's like giving up 10 points.
Yep.
Guess what? Titana just made her 10th point.
Yeah.
We didn't have that last night out of her.
And that's her second kicked ball of the evening.
Yes. Soccer coach needs to be watching that.
That's right. 3:43 to play. El Reno leads, rather, 28-15. Just 2 team fouls for the Lady Indians.
Yes, and they have dominated this quarter.
They have. They got up big, and then Guthrie went on a little bit of a run in the first.
Got to make your block
Yeah,
outs.
but and that's the first basket. That's the first basket in several minutes.
You're correct.
If this was a college broadcast, they'd have the minutes of shutout time ticking on the bottom. Yep.
Yeah.
Ball stays here.
And Nevaeh would have done well right there to kick out. Janae was wide open for about a 12-footer.
Can't get that to fall, but Paige in the mix.
Good job with Paige.
Yeah, good discipline there, not to foul. What was a defensive rebound there by Guthrie. She stuck that ball right in front of her face. Paige reached out with both hands and said, I think I'll take a piece of that for myself, thank you.
Correct.
Great job by Janae, and then finds Paige posting up in the high-low. Travel, 3 seconds.
Again, as good a post player as Paige is, she's got to get bigger.
Yeah.
If she would have widened her arms out, that she'd have had a layup. If she'd have gone left to her right shoulder.
2:50 to play. El Reno up 10, 28-18. And tall 31 down here in the near side corner behind Janae. She's a shooter. She just made a 3 last possession down.
Even when you're playing a zone, you need to have active feet, active hands.
Yeah. Good job by Janae, understanding how to rotate through that zone there. And a timeout called by Guthrie. That's the 3rd timeout. Check that. Their 2nd. Is it a long one or a short one? It's the 30-second timeout.
30 second.
We're going to stay right here. (28-18). El Reno leads. And Guthrie will throw it in. Looks like they're going to throw it in about division line and right in front of us, so opposite the table. And the 15-second horn sounds. Kurt, I just noticed this scoreboard's calibrated to the old timing system. 30-second timeouts, the horn blows at 20 expired and not at 15 expired. Because it used to be 15 and 0 on a 60.
Correct.
And 10 and 0 on a 30, and then they went to 15s all the way across.
Right.
Make it uniform. Coach, here's a horn. I got 15 seconds to wrap this discussion up, and we got to go.
Yes.
Into the front court come the Lady Blue Jays. 2:28 to play, clock running. El Reno up 10, 28-18 in the second.
We need to recognize
great defense by Paige.
That's what they are wanting right there.
Good job by Janae to keep that alive.
Very nice.
Titana saw Nevaeh, but Nevaeh was essentially double teamed there. She had to thread a needle to get it there. Good job by Nevaeh. Titana tees it up long 3 opposite, short.
Good
but
hustle
Nevaeh
by
in the mix, and that's going to be a travel, or it should be. That should have been a travel long before a held ball.
Yes.
But wholesale substitutions coming, and I think Coach Douglas, with the lead down to only 10, she's going to, and this, I think, may be Ashland's first break of the contest.
Correct. And I really like this rotation that Coach Douglas is feeling very comfortable with the girls and moving them in and out, keeping fresh legs, keeping fouls down to a minimum.
So that's 14 straight minutes for Ashland, so well-earned break there. Titana nearly poked that one loose. Pauline read that like a book, stepped right in front of it. Great hesitation dribble. Paul and Janae didn't get turned around in time. It was a good throw, but Janae's got to get. And Najoni tips it out.
Great job by Najoni.
And great job by Janae to see that. She finds the cutter off the glass.
Excellent
No, they're going to call it travel. It's a good call. It's a good call. She drugged the foot. We don't have to like it, but I think you got it right. And that's a tough call to make.
That is great hustle by the ladies. They ran that to perfection.
And that's frustrating for Janae. She thought she had her an assist there. We all thought she had an assist there.
Yes.
And not an easy finish by Titana either.
No.
She had to take a big stride to close that gap, and maybe took too big a stride there.
Yeah. Almost.
And Leslie knocks that one loose. It's still knocked around, and then Pauline blocks that one from behind. That's her.
Yeah.
That's her 3rd block.
Pauline says, "This is my house. You're not going to score right here."
That's right. You're going to do it the hard way.
You're not a post. Get out of my lane.
Just under 60 seconds. El Reno up 10, 28-18 in the second over the Lady Blue Jays.
And playing some outstanding basketball. Every girl that's been on the floor has contributed in some way.
Absolutely.
As we've talked about many times with Leslie Valdez, she's not needed.
In a 5-second violation by Najoni.
And one of the reasons why that happened is because the Velociraptor had the other girl in her sights, and that girl knew she picked the ball up and passed it. Leslie had the ball in her hands, and so great job by our outer perimeter.
Into the front court they come. Great cut by Pauline, a hesitation, able to get the open basket. That's the second time she's used the hesitation to result in an easy layup.
Oh, that was nice.
It very much was. Inside 30 seconds to play, El Reno leads by 12, 30-18. A good job by Janae forcing that three-point shooter off the arc.
Correct.
She likes it 19-9 to 20 feet, and Janae's got her pushed out to 23-24.
You know, and Pauline, just because she has blocked 4 shots already.
5 seconds on the clock. Janae tees that one up for 3. Get in. It nearly does. And that's a good look by Janae.
Hey.
It was a short possession. She caught it open in a spot she's made shots before. She pulled the trigger. Didn't fall, but you keep shooting.
Correct.
Good half there. El Reno goes into the break leading 30-18. Couple of tidbits Kurt dug out for us before the game, and he mentioned one of them. Carl Albert sitting atop the 5A girls ranking at number 1. A couple of common opponents with the Lady Indians. On January 28th, Carl Albert beat Piedmont by only 5, 52-47.
Yes.
And then just last night, February 7th, this says, Carl Albert beat this same Guthrie Blue Jays team by only 11, 53-42.
Correct.
Now, not that this one's over by any stretch. They are 16-2 on the season, and on January 7th, they beat the Del City Lady Eagles. The Carl Albert Lady Titans beat Del City 58-49. To a Del City team that beat El Reno here.
Correct.
In a game that El Reno couldn't throw in the ocean from a cruise ship.
No.
But then we went to the John Smith Fieldhouse, won by 15 for Coach Douglas's 50th or 100th career win.
100th career.
And it wasn't that close.
No.
I don't want to call it garbage time.
It was 20-20 at half, and El Reno Lady Indians owned the second half.
Yes. You're watching Lady Indian basketball. El Reno Indians.tv is going to take a break for the halftime. We'll see you back in about 9 minutes. And we're clear. I can't spell the word counterclaim. Give me 2 minutes to spell it. Give anything to Rebecca and work with coach players. Or have you asked? Nah. Ask. Give me a blocking pad. I'll beat on them for a while. Yeah. Here's the thing. Pauline can jump out of the freaking gym, but she never shoots a jump shot. Hey, I didn't want to say she's huge. Yeah. But she is. Yeah, she needs to get wide. To anybody else, she is just, she's big, broad shoulders. Yeah. Nobody should ever get around her. And if they try, they need to be laying on the floor. Oh. Oh, no. Yes.
Yeah.
Wilson Henrietta or Wilson the other one? Boy, that took a quick break.
You know, I'd like to see, there's something I'd like to see. I'd like to see her try to get Jaden in that rotation a little bit. She's another one that you're not going to take the ball from.
She does start getting her ass in class. She's on the target list every day since we've been back to
That's probably why she's not playing. Jennifer doesn't put up with that. Because Jennifer herself is an educator first. Something lit a fire under the beds, but she's played well and go for loose balls. I like a kid that plays freely and has fun, but I don't like one that acts silly. Who you watching?
I'm not. It's somebody says I hate this rule, and it's the fact that on made baskets in the second half under a minute in high school, the clock doesn't stop.
The what?
Clock doesn't stop on a made basket in high school in the second half. In college, after made basket in the second half under a minute, the clock stops.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I actually started listening to this. It says the sound of an arrow being released from a Japanese bow. Imagine being in the middle of a battle and you hear this shit raining down from you by the thousands. Tell me that's not terrifying. Holy cow. You still got a half a gallon of Mountain Dew left over there? So, if you're within 6 feet of an opponent who has the basketball, they have to, whatever they're doing, they can only do it for 5. If they're holding it, they can only hold it for 5 seconds. If they're dribbling, they can only dribble for 5 seconds before they have to either get more than 6 feet separation or get rid of the ball. So, separation is defined as either I put more than 6 feet between us, or I get my head and shoulders past your body. So I can drive into you, get my head and shoulders past you, and clear out, even if I don't separate my 6 feet. As soon as my head and shoulders clear, the count's off. Because what they're doing is they give you a physical count. The physical drill, and then when you break it, they go like this to show you the count's off. And then when they start counting again, they'll go other ways. And so like if I'm holding it, it's hard. 1, 2, and when I start dribbling it, I'm going to count 1, holding, dribble, 2, 3. And then you pick it up and you get 1, 2. So what you play is the first to go away from my account. And then in the backcourt, there is no push-push hardening when you're in the backcourt trying to advance it. You have 10 seconds from the time you inbound it, or from the time you touch it on the inbound pass to get it across the half-court line. You have 10 seconds. And that's the 10-second violation. It's also a 5-second violation if you guard the inbounder and they can't get the ball within 5. Referee hands it to them, and they start counting. 1, 2. You got 5 seconds to release the basketball. And then if you're at the free throw line, you get 10 seconds to stop. You don't have the ball up in 10 seconds. It's a 10-second violation. It's a pace of play thing.
Look at this halftime score. Jesus Christ.
It's still not as bad as Capitol Hill.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. That's Deer Creek.
Yeah.
Wow.
60-second horn. Let's get ready to rock and roll. Who's got the arrow? The ladies. In 5, 4. Welcome back to Jink Simmons Fieldhouse as the halftime period draws to an end. Lady Indians lead 30-18, and they'll have the possession arrow to start the third quarter. And Kurt, we were just looking at some scores around Oklahoma, and the Lady Antlers of Deer Creek in a deficit against the Lady Broncos of Mustang, trailing 42-11.
Possession arrow, El Reno.
And Deer Creek, traditionally a basketball school, and a really nice facility up there.
Yes.
And into the and a great back cut by
there we
Janae
go.
off the glass.
Nice.
That's a big start for that young lady. She's had some difficulties putting the ball in the hole.
Yes.
Not from lack of effort.
No.
But that anytime you get an uncontested layup, it's going to help build that confidence, get you running
Correct.
downhill a little bit. But a good defensive outing by her tonight.
Yes.
We also saw a good defensive outing from her last night. And a good job by Leslie Valdez to draw the charge. Titana's drawn one from her, and Leslie's drawn one from her. She likes to extend that forearm, and and she did a good job. We talked about this last night. She did a good job of selling it. Threw those hands up, back pedaled, lean back, way back over her feet.
She did. And we talked about our post girls, instead of anchoring and being strong, sometimes it's really nice to hit the ground and see what you get.
Yeah. And Ashlyn able to get up through three. Can't get it to fall, but Pauline gets the rebound.
Hesitation again. Yeah. Very nice.
And as her game matures, we'd like to see that go from a set shot off the window to a jump layup where she can go up.
Yes. You're
setting yourself up for some block shots, and you can also get in some situations where you're fouled hard.
Correct.
Shot blockers, even if as a shot blocker, if I knew I couldn't get you clean.
Good hands by Leslie.
I'm still going to time it, so I'm going to high point it. And if you don't come up, I'm going to come down and hammer you. Not on purpose, not dirty.
Right.
It's just going to put you in a situation where you might get hurt.
Mm-hmm. One thing I did like that Pauline did right there was ripped it through.
Yep.
She not only hesitated,
good,
nice run out.
Yeah, but that's the shooter.
Good shooter.
Yeah. And they did a good job of getting to the middle of that zone, and it's going to cause that zone to collapse, and it's going to stress the edges.
Yeah. If we have any Guthrie fans, that was Wheeler for her second three-pointer, and Pauline is owning it all tonight. Great job. Beautiful pass.
That three no good, and Pauline secures that rebound. Titana off and running, and she's going to come into the front court.
Good recognition right there.
And they're going to get, looks like 14 for a foul maybe?
Number 3, I believe it was, Zach.
It was. Good call there, Kurt. Number 3 for Guthrie on the foul.
6 minutes to go, 36-21, Lady Indians.
That's 3 fouls on that young lady, and the first team foul of, check that, second team foul of the half. Good job by Janae, and she tries to throw the no-look pass to Titana, and Titana tapped her chest, said, that's on me. Janae was expecting Titana to go to that corner, and if they execute that,
correct.
That's a screen. Janae's already in the screen, flips it over her shoulder, Titana can knock down the 3.
Well, and Titana couldn't gripe about that because we've seen her make that pass a couple of times
it's
to
a
the
great,
post girls.
Yeah, that's a travel. But Ashlyn says, don't worry about it, I'm just going to lead the fast break.
Great job by Leslie.
One-on-one and off the glass.
On the defense, great job by Ashlyn. The Velociraptor is in full force tonight.
Absolutely.
Smart play right
And
there by Leslie. She knew that if she continued on, that she was going to draw. That girl was going to draw the foul on her, and she just stopped. And she's like, "Okay, I know my shot blocker Pauline is behind me, and I'll let her take over."
That's right. And good communication by both sides there.
Five minutes, 27 seconds left in the third quarter. 38-21 El Reno Lady Indians.
I had that off of number 14's foot there, Kurt. Yep, that's what he's got to.
I completely agree.
Well, he's not going to change his mind, but they're going to at least talk about it.
Exactly, and I appreciate that. Zach, these officials have been fantastic tonight. And
he's going to change it. It's going to stay here. Yeah, and they got it right.
Yeah, they did get it right. And Guthrie's coach isn't complaining whatsoever.
He thought he got a free possession out of
did.
it. And you know what? If you can get a free possession out of it, so it goes.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, she got bodied all the way to the end line and pushed out of bounds. And they're going to say Ashland stepped out of bounds. You know, and with her ability
you do when somebody's pushing you.
Well, and that's the deal. Somebody who can score as easily as she's been able to score tonight isn't just going to step out of bounds.
Correct.
I'm pretty sure Coach Douglas doesn't have a play in the playbook that says Ashland run out of bounds with it.
No, not
I
at all.
could be wrong. I haven't seen the playbook, but I've never known a coach that has run out of bounds. Like that's not a thing.
The young lady that Leslie
Great job by Pauline, and then Janae's going to lead the break.
The young lady that Leslie was guarding right then was in the lane the entire time. And Leslie was trying to get her out.
And Leslie's in there to tie that up on the back of the miss.
Great job by that young lady.
Arrow going this way. There's going to be a wholesale sub for Coach Douglas. Paige, Nevaeh, and Najoni. So the 3 deep, 6th man check-in.
Correct. Yeah, I really like this rotation that Coach Douglas is feeling very comfortable with tonight. And good communication by the senior. You're here, you're there.
Absolutely.
Tatana, you know, the brains of Coach Douglas on the floor. And we're really seeing that tonight. And we're seeing what a difference it makes when she's on the bench as compared to
that's going to be an and one called against Paige.
As compared to when she is on the floor.
4:14 to play. El Reno leads 38-23. Pretty soft there, but the free throw shooter 14 didn't go up real strong either. So when your contact is a little harder than theirs, even if it's not illegal contact, it creates a disparity.
Correct.
And when it looks funny, your instincts sort of put a whistle on it, and we'll figure it out later type scenario there. Great take by Titana. Steps through off the glass with the left hand. That is a well-executed Euro step.
Yes. The mongoose.
Yeah, and that's a better understanding by this officiating crew of the traveling violation. A couple of Euro steps got hit for travels last night that worked. They were well executed. Just because, and that's a deep three. My goodness gracious.
Wheeler is their three-point specialist for sure.
There's deep, but that was Logan County deep.
Yeah, that was nice.
Nice shot fake by Titana. Hesitation. A little bit low. Najoni was trying to tee it up.
That's what I'm talking about. That's better by Paige right there.
And she finds that pass was a little bit high. Janae really wants that about numbers high. She had to catch it up with her shoulder. Good job by Paige to get open.
Yes.
And then she knocks down the 14-footer.
That is great ball movement, great recognition. And she drove to her, Paige moved up.
Yep, and that's what we talked about earlier. If a drive is coming, fill where that ball handler vacated. Fill where they vacated.
Correct.
That goes back to something that we saw Coach Douglas post on social media the other day, which is movement.
Move.
Yeah, don't stand around. This isn't 5th grade basketball where everybody says, I'm open, I'm open. If they can't see you, you're not open. Great hands by Janae.
You know what I really liked about that? Janae saw that she had a clear path, and she quickly raised her hand, and Najoni, because she had her head up. Any young player out there, if you were bringing the ball up the floor, if you had your head down, you wouldn't have seen that. Great job by Najoni and by Janae.
Najoni's running again.
Yeah, there we go.
But underthrown. Nevaeh struggled quite a bit this year with underthrowing those transition passes. That's something she's going to have to work on this offseason and continue to work on as the season goes on, but certainly one of those, you know, that call is going to be against Janae. Call her for the foul teams.
Yeah, but you know, one of the things we were talking about earlier, when Ashland got the rebound and she kicked it out to Tatana for the layup on the transition. The thing that was fantastic was that Tatana was out running wide, and she was more on the sideline than on the lane where it says El Reno. And so the young lady cashed in 28-44, 2 minutes, 19 seconds in the third. Lady Indians are leading.
El Reno to inbound. Let me catch the scoreboard up there. 2:17 to play.
Full court pressure.
Yep.
Good call by the Guthrie coach.
Yep. And this is going to be a test for some of these younger players who haven't
Correct.
seen a lot of minutes against a full court press.
Nice.
But well done by Najoni.
Yes.
And Paige battling to
Good
keep
job
that
by
alive.
Paige.
She does.
Excellent
pass and finish. Credit Paige Primo with the assist. And Janae Black-Harmon starting to build some confidence in the
That's
scoring
right.
game. And we like to see that.
Yes.
Inside 2 to play in the third.
Zach, another thing I'm seeing tonight that we were not seeing as much last night or the last couple of games is a lot of communication on the floor by the Lady Indians on
Yes.
offense and defense.
Long three there, but the primary three-point shooter was teeing up, and they're going to get Paige on a block, and I think they missed that one. I think he anticipated the call. Paige did a good job of keeping separation between.
did.
Oh, no, they got Janae. They got Janae with the hold. I don't think they got that right either.
Oh,
Janae was behind the play and out of the play. It's going to be only her second. She played the whole first half and more than half of the third with no fouls. So
yeah,
only
Janae's
her second.
played a great game tonight.
Only her second foul, team's third. That free throw up and good. El Reno leads 29-46.
She's scoring again, get her confidence up. Made some great plays defensively on boards and gets a well-deserved rest,
Yes.
as does Titana.
Absolutely. And this is that time of year where you get in these games where the lead's never enough to be confident or to guarantee a win, but you've got a cushion that you can play with a little bit here if
Yes.
you need to, and it lets you work with different personnel groupings.
Correct.
Because
Yes.
there may be a game where you can't play Ashland for 31 of 32-minute games, right?
Yes, that's right.
Good job by Leslie. A little bit unconventional, but up and in. I have her in class. I told her today, I said,
Everybody in the El Reno Indian dark blue just cheered for that young lady because she has struggled offensively, but defensively, her presence
Oh,
and
absolutely.
her handprint is all over this game.
And I told her today, I said, your shot is never gonna score style points. It goes in when it needs to, but you can guard anybody in the building.
That's right. And it does not matter
Yeah.
how big they are,
Yeah.
how
She looked
rough
at-
they are.
Yeah, she looked at me and gave me this big smile and kind of laughed, and fully understanding her role on the offense, and Ashland draws a foul.
That was a
She
great
actually was
job.
looking for the defender to step
Yes.
to. The defender's left, Ashland's
Yes.
right. Ashland stepped left, defender
Yep.
came left, so Ashland wasn't looking for contact there, but got it anyway.
Got it anyway.
So she's going to have an opportunity to continue her scoring. El Reno up 48-30 with 61 seconds to play in the third. First one's up and good. Second one's up and good. So 2 for 2. And
I know this is kind of unbelievable that I'm saying this. The leading scorer all time in 5-on-5 for El Reno Lady Indians has improved her scoring ability and shot in the last 3 games to
Yeah.
the point that
Well,
she
she shot-
almost looks like a different player.
well, she shot 10 for 10 from free throw line last night. She shot well tonight.
She's 3 for 3 from free throws tonight.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
It's-
absolutely.
It's a different level of concentration.
Good job by Nevaeh.
Very good job by Nevaeh.
And on the backside, and it'll show up anywhere. But Najoni did a good job of staying wide.
she
She
did.
stayed lane wide, 12 and a half feet apart.
Yes.
Did a good job of staying wide. And
Nice job by
it
Paige.
forces that defender to make a decision, and the Guthrie defender never did. She just backpedaled straight down the middle of the lane.
Yeah.
And Nevaeh said, I'm going to go shoot a layup.
Yeah, that was a beautiful block by Paige. She walled up. A lot of times we say don't go over, but she literally walled up, and the girl went into her arms.
This is going to be America's favorite play here. 31, the tall shooter just checked in. They're going to try to get it to her in the near side corner.
Oh, yes.
Every coach has this in her playbook. They're going to fake the reversal and come right back to her. But good defense, and only giving up a 2.
Yeah.
That's the kind of shooter that can make you pay. Ashland splits the defense, 3 on the clock, 2 on the clock. Ashland, 17-foot pull-up. In transition, can't get it to fall. But El Reno takes a 20-point lead into the fourth quarter. You're watching Lady Indian basketball. We'll be right back.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Welcome back to Jinx Simmons Fieldhouse, where we are prepared to start the final 8-minute period. All right, hopefully the final 8-minute period.
Yes,
El Reno leading by 20. 14 fouls against the Lady Indians, only 3 against the Lady Blue Jays. Great crossover behind the back, in traffic, the lefty layup no good, but Pauline gets the rebound, fights through traffic, can't get it to fall. That's a travel. Yep, she switched them both.
That's a great job right there.
And a great job walling up. And Leslie, 14,
yes.
All 5'3" of her,
yes.
5'4" of her.
And Jalen, our freshman Jalen, off the bench.
And by no fault of her own, the tall shooter, 31, got ear-holed with the basketball there. And
correct. And the
referee went check her. Are you good? I'm good, she says. And Jalen Washington, the freshman, makes her first appearance tonight. Every coach has a version of that play. We used to call it box 2. That's a hand check. And that's a hand check. And that's a hand check into a block.
That was a good take by Jalen. I really like to see somebody come in off the bench.
Yeah, I don't like that she's confused. She doesn't know what her matchup is, and she left the shooter.
Yeah, and you don't leave 31.
No.
Wheeler, I believe is that young lady's name.
Yep.
Deadly.
Oh, yeah. Leslie quickly in, finds Jalen in the corner. Jalen shot fake. Gets some space over traffic. Can't get it to fall.
Nice drive in there by Jalen.
Now you can't lose 31 in transition, though. We lost her last time. Yeah, see, Jalen can't look there. Good gap. That's good foul.
Yeah.
Well, with 4 blocks, or 3 blocks, I'd be swinging 2.
Yeah.
And I see what Jalen's trying to do here. She's trying to understand what's happening behind her. But when you've got responsibility for 31, I don't care what's happening behind you.
No.
Right?
No,
I'm staring lovingly into the eyes of 31.
Yes.
Right? We may become such good friends, I may invite her to the Snow Blitz dance. 1 for 2. Titana fights through, and that's going to be a held ball. I'm not sure they got that one right. Did El Reno have? Yeah, I guess El Reno did have the ball. Starts 4th, didn't they? The lead down to the 20-point lead down to 16. El Reno yet to score in the 4th quarter. Coach Douglas trying to play with some lineups here and give some good job by Janae sticking that foot out.
You know, as you were talking about earlier with the lineups, and that's good. I mean, you get to look and you get to see who works well together, and you have that luxury when you have a 20-point lead.
Yes. Good job. Oh, that's soft. I had that as a blocked pass.
Yeah, I thought that was a great job by Titana. She was tracing the ball with her hand, and if you're a young player out there and
that's just that's just her first foul, but the team's 6th. So next foul is going to be free throws.
Yeah, watch what she does when she plays defense on the perimeter. She will literally, when the ball is up, she is tracing the ball with her hand.
Yep, that's a hand check all day.
Yes.
But to number 3's credit, that's not the first time she's done that. She's done that the better half of the second half.
Correct.
There hasn't been a whistle on it.
Yeah.
Do it till you get penalized.
Right.
And that's her 4th foul.
Right.
Janae to inbound. And I suspect Coach Douglas may sub here again in a minute. I could be wrong.
And that's a foul. You cannot displace.
And Titana's going to go to the free throw line.
Excellent Reversal. She was going with her right.
And
she
and
went
Douglas
with her
just,
left.
And Douglas just got whacked.
And I don't blame her.
No, she
She's
kept saying,
protecting
that's a
her
hand
player.
check. It's a hand check. Why are her hands on her? That's a hand check.
Yeah.
And the official, there's not a good answer to it because you know you screwed it up.
Yeah.
And he turns around and sticks her.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing you can do.
Well, and the thing about it is you're supposed to be able to touch once,
Yep.
not repeatedly. And it's a good way to get a kid injured.
Now, to his credit, he's moving off of the table because she's getting ready to have a conversation with his partner. If he stands
Correct.
over there, she's going to go to the locker room.
Yes.
And that's one of the first things they teach officials when you're in that situation.
And I think that's exactly what Coach Douglas is saying. You know, bumper once, bumper twice, bumper 3 times, and you're not calling it. And then she goes in, makes a great play, and gets knocked to the floor. This is where injuries occur.
Oh, absolutely.
And it is close to the season of the payoff, and we don't want injured players.
Oh, absolutely. First free throw up and no good, so the old ball don't lie.
Yes, exactly. You're
But,
stealing my materials.
Well, and what I will say, too, is the official left himself no out there.
Correct.
By not calling it and not calling it and not calling it, and then during the dead ball, there was, because of the way the officials rotate there, there was nowhere for him to go. He had to stay there in the rotation. Now, that's not to say officials aren't trained. If you're in that situation with a coach whose temper's coming up, go and rotate anyway.
Right.
The book doesn't say that you have to, but I can force a rotation by walking over and going and stand on my partner's lap and telling him, you go stand over there.
Oh, how about this school of thought? Call the game the way it's supposed to be called.
Absolutely. I don't disagree with that at all. Better understanding of her defensive responsibility, but don't gamble there. Just keep her in front of you. Good job by Leslie.
Yeah, and very smart. Some players would have tried to save that ball in bounds. And she's like, no, it's deflected off of you.
Well, and
I'm leaving it alone.
I was always taught never try to save it under your opponent's basket because you're going to throw it in their hands for a layup.
Yes.
Even if you touch it last, get out of the way, make him run an inbounds play. I mean, Leslie's already stolen an inbounds pass tonight. Jalen 3, that was well errant.
Yeah, and she was very well challenged by about a 5'10" girl.
Good ball movement by Guthrie,
Yeah.
and exactly what we thought we would see. Coach Douglas going to bring 3 of her more seasoned players back on the floor, but it looks like Guthrie's called a timeout. I think it has to be a 60. I think that's all he's got left. It is a 60. We'll take it with him. A few minutes left. We'll bring you the exact time when we get back. 54-41 El Reno leads. You're watching Lady Indian Basketball. We'll be right back.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients.
And with the 15-second horn sounding, 5:35 to play in the contest. El Reno leads by 13. Nevaeh, Najoni, and Ashland have checked back in. And to the bench goes, great step through. Can't get it to fall, but Pauline cleans it up, and she'll get a chance at free throw line. And that's that jump shot we were talking about earlier.
That's right.
It was more of a jump hook, but it's still a jump hook.
Yes.
You still get that ball up, you elevate it, you protect it from contact.
And she was high off the floor for the rebound and then got high off the floor. Great job by Pauline.
Got to make free throws. I think this is going to come down to a free throw shooting contest. And Guthrie going with the smaller lineup. They took out their big center, 35. And she knocks down the second one. El Reno on top by 14, 55-41. Inside 5.5 to play in the fourth.
A nice adjustment right there. She shot about 6 inches higher, dropped it over, hand over, and good job. Smart play right there by number 14. She tried to fake. She tried to get Pauline off the floor. Pauline straight up. Good job. Good decision.
Great high-low pass. Good defense there by Guthrie, but Nevaeh in there to tie it up in the possession arrow in favor of the Indians. She did a good job of sneaking in there. She didn't come running in there with, and it sounds strange, but you can hear footsteps come in there.
Correct.
And she sort of snuck in there, reached under, tied it up.
Yeah, one of the things I liked right there, that I like, but
great
now
basket roll.
There it is.
Count
right
the
there.
basket.
I just got ready to say, if she would have elevated, she would have scored over either one of those girls. At that time, she elevated. If that young lady can understand what height she has when she gets off the floor for a block and transition that into a jump shot, she's going to be a force for the next 2 years.
And she scores the old-fashioned three-point play. El Reno on top, 58-43. That was just the first foul on number 41, their big, tall center, one of their big, tall centers. But the 7th team foul, so El Reno now in the 1-and-1 bonus, but with 16 fouls of their own, the next one's also going to put Guthrie on the line. Good rotation by Ashland.
Yes. Got a block out on the floor.
Dejoni did a good, or Nevaeh, sorry. She missed the block out, but it did a good job recovering, and El Reno nearly got a hold of that one. Last to touch it was, I believe, Nevaeh also last to touch it, so Guthrie will inbound.
Yeah,
really deep there. She's deep.
Yeah, if you're a young forward or center right there, make contact first. Don't jump.
Yep, just like that. And Pauline was a little bit on an island there. She had to help, and that's all
just
started.
Go straight up.
Yeah, go straight up. But that's all started by Nevaeh jumping instead of closing out.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. If you close out, you keep your hips back, you keep your back straight, your hands up in the air, chop your feet, squeak the shoes. Right. Could always tell if I was getting lazy on the closeout drill because it'd shuffle and not squeak.
Yes.
Right. If you hear your shoes squeaking, you're closing out well. But if you feel them shuffling like on a dance floor, you're not closing out. You're walking out.
Yeah, much deserved rest by Pauline. Unofficially, let me do this.
And 0 for 2, the Blue Jays go. 58-43, the Indian lead. Into the front court, inside 4.5 to play. Titana leading her offense. Crosses from her right to her left. Steps through. It gets blocked, but Paige picks it up to Nevaeh. Nevaeh's going to clear it out and set the offense. And Nijoni was standing on her toes in the short corner.
Yes.
And Titana says, I won't miss you. Dribble handoff. Titana's going to pull it back up. And a little bit early just to do the old pass around and hangout drill, but
Zach, unofficially, I have Pauline down for 17 points. $11 boards.
Yeah.
Another double-double, two nights in a row
for her to go along with at least 3 blocks.
Good ball movement right there.
Joni tees that up corner. Can't get it to fall, but Nevaeh nearly in the mix. But Nevaeh about a
good
6.5 inch disadvantage on that rebound effort. And Titana keeping herself in the mix.
Nice defense by Nijoni, not let get around the corner. Good job
and
by
she
Titana.
Draws the offensive foul.
Great job.
That is the 3rd foul on that player doing that exact same thing.
Yes.
Leslie drew 1, and Titana's drawn 2.
If you're a young player out there, watch the footwork
and the
perimeter girls.
And the Guthrie coach turns and looks at his assistant coach and says she's pushing off. He can't disagree with the call.
Correct.
And that's her 5th foul.
That's her 5th foul. Very good game by that young lady.
And that's what the head coach for Guthrie was telling her. He said, "Listen, you got to keep the hands down." Great pass, Paige with the 8-foot jumper, gets it to go.
Excellent job by Primo right there.
And that's a hard shot.
Hands ready, feet ready.
If you don't shoot it, if you don't make it clean, you don't get a lot of help there. So nice soft touch around the basket by Paige to get the help.
Good challenge.
And they're going to say Nevaeh came down with a hand, or they're going to say they had her with the body. Good job by Paige to clear her out of there. She was having a discussion with the official about it, but senior leadership there. Paige Primo grabbed her, turned around, pushed her clear, said, "Don't worry about it.
Right.
We got you. Let us pick you up here." Just her 2nd foul, team's 8th, but a shooting foul. First free throw, no good. Checking in for the Indians comes Leslie Valdez, the duly named Velociraptor. And her senior teammate, Janae Black-Harmon, as the all-time scoring leader on 5-on-5. Ashland heads to the bench, as does Nevaeh.
Great job by all those ladies.
Second free throw falls. El Reno on top, 60-44.
One of the things I really like about tonight is we have attacked.
Great pass by Janae, and yeah, ooh, is he gonna? There's no travel there. She put it on the floor, Kurt. She bounced it.
Huh.
I have no idea what he saw. You and I are just sort of looking at each other, buffaloed. Just do it. I don't know.
I thought that was a good move by Paige. She's just got to shake it off and play good, solid defense right here.
Good defense there by Janae to challenge that shot. Didn't get the foul. Titana running the floor, does a good job, and she's going to shoot the lefty layup.
It was an outstanding job by Najoni. Good recognition and saw her teammate wide open, and Titana with the finish.
Got logged out of the scoring software. We'll get logged back in and update the score. El Reno leads 62-44, 2:15 to play. Timeout called by Guthrie. I think this also has to be a 60. Oh, it's a timeout to sub is all it is. So
yes.
we're not going to coach up here. It's just a timeout to sub. And
correct.
Officials have discretion. They could actually elect not to charge that against him in games like this where the score's well in hand at this point.
Correct.
Hold on, the game clock's not ready, guys. Yeah, game clock's not. Somebody finally caught it. There it goes. Kurt, I feel like you and I are about 30 seconds ahead of everybody else in the building sometimes on what's happening. But we also have the luxury of just talking about basketball. We're not doing other things at the same time.
That's true.
Held ball.
Oh, you don't bring the ball in front of the Velociraptor.
Nope.
She will take it.
She says, thank you very much.
Great
I'll help
job by
myself if
Leslie.
you don't mind. Now I think I got your score bug right, 62-44. So I had to log back into our software to get that done, but we got her back. Minute 50 and counting. El Reno up by 18. 5A number 1 Carl Albert beat this Guthrie team by just 11.
Great steal by Paige.
And a great lead-out pass.
Absolutely.
Najoni ran under it, makes the layup.
Fantastic job. Paige,
and
very smart.
To hit her in stride is difficult, but there was nobody around her. Throw it down the floor and let Najoni go get it.
That's an excellent job.
Don't overcomplicate it. Number 31, the long three she gets to do. I don't think she's missed one, I think.
Well, Zach, we were talking about her earlier. That girl's open when she gets off the bus.
Yeah, and an overthrow.
What a shooter.
Sub. Playing deep on the bench, or playing deep into the bench.
You would almost refer to her as a pure shooter.
That's right. Checking in, the freshman Reagan Bugай. Jalen's already made an appearance tonight. 24 is Brianna Blackow. Who else is out there? I want to make sure we give credit to everybody. Najoni, I think, going to lead this group. And 22 is Carly Kaihig. If I got that name wrong, I apologize. And into the Jalen Washington block and into the Brianna Blackow block.
The Black Owl. Imagine that, a block.
Great pass. Good job by Nevaeh to haul that down. Jalen teased that one up from long.
There you go.
Can't get it to go. And they're going to get Brianna for a foul. You know what? She made it in the stat book.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know that that's how she wanted to get there, but she made it in the scorebook.
One block, one foul.
And this is a group that you'll see if you come out here early, if you come out to the 345 games, this is a group you'll see them playing together quite a bit. Nevaeh doesn't get a lot of reps with this group, but with Titana graduating, Ashland graduating, that's kind of the future of that point guard, shooting guard position.
Good skip pass.
Yep. Good job by Reagan to see it. Jalen's going to set up around the offense, 33 seconds. Good job getting through the defense. And the one-hander, she's going to draw the foul. And Kurt, I don't like the term garbage time. I think it gives a bad taste for the players who are out here playing. Because the game is well in hand, 64-47. Jalen Washington at the free throw line to shoot, but these minutes still matter.
Absolutely. These young ladies, I as a coach, these young ladies come to practice every single day, work hard, run all the sprints,
Oh,
run
absolutely.
all of the suicides, do everything everybody else does, and when they get their playing time and their time to shine,
Absolutely.
I am very happy for them.
And somebody out here, looks like Jalen is still going to have responsibility for one of the best shooters we've seen all season.
Correct.
31 still out there
Yes.
standing in her spot saying, throw me the basketball. And that's a tough cover. That is a varsity cover against a varsity opponent.
Yes.
Good move by Nevaeh. Can't get it to fall, but Reagan Bugай.
Reagan, good hustle by Reagan.
Reminiscent
right
of the Leslie Valdez, undersized,
Yes.
but of large heart. Zeros on the clock. The Indians take this one by 18, 65-47. I think we're going to try to get an interview at halftime of the boys' game, but we're going to play that one by ear. We did have a brief conversation with Coach Douglas before this one started. Got a few minutes before the boys' game. We got to shut this stream down and get a new key built for the next one, so stay tuned in to ElRenoIndians.tv. We'll get the boys' game built. Click on that link, and we'll be right back with you in a few minutes. The Lady Indians get a win. Guys looking to do the same. We'll be right back.
Integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We can